Good afternoon, founders. My name is Brian, and just to make this short, following up on what we were discussing, okay, about how to make this great vision work. What's it called? Big thanks and big hands up for our pioneer, Mr. David Larry. Is my own personal person, of course. So here is what I think, which I believe that every one of us, we are over 1,000 plus here. We have different views, of course, but the sum total is for us to be successful, not just as individuals. Of course, the race where we are in. If you don't know, I'm letting you know, the battle is not a personal battle in the startup race. If you think you're going to go alone, but you can try. When you get to a certain point, you know that the Igbo adage that says the crown of a king is not just the crown on his head, but it's the people following him. Okay, so like I said, when someone asks me or tells me they are alumni of probably Techstars or Y Combinator, I tell them, man, I'm from First Founders. They're like, wow, what is that? I said, come on now, you don't know First Founders. I blow the English and blow everything, and they'll be like, wow, I want to belong. Yes, that's what we're supposed to be. That's what we are meant to be. Okay, so I'm going to go through the stuffs I've written down that I believe if we stick to them, we're going to have good success. Okay, the first one is we will need the group leaders to conduct a poll which is going to classify each startup in their target markets. I don't know how they put it, but where you have, okay, these people are working on the healthcare, this is a healthcare startup, this is a fintech startup, this is a that. Okay, so conduct a poll and let every founder fix himself into each of these segments. Now, from that poll, we will have a concise knowledge of how many target markets in this group, in this our community. Okay, from there you will be able to create subgroups or channels, communities. I think WhatsApp has that now, that will be named after each of those markets. For example, this is healthcare group. This is law firm groups. Okay, this is fintech groups. This is agricultural groups. This is food processing group. This is a group that deals with properties, etc. Now, when we have that in place, we can now start streamlining the messages that are in those groups to be effective and streamlined to that market. That is when we will now start talking about what is the integrity of this market. How do we break this market even? Believe you me, the market is so big that it can accommodate 100, 1,000 startups in the same market, solving different needs. Okay, so once we get that done, inside those groups, we're going to be having discussions and collaborations, identifying our strengths together. For example, I have a startup that deals with data storage, okay, and there's another person that deals with cloud storage. We think about how do we move this market forward. How do we get our own share in the cloud market, in the data storage market? How do we use each other solution to make money and remain afloat in this business? How do we compete against AWS? Even if we are not competing against them, how do we collaborate with them and still serve our market? Africa is very ripe for the market, for each of the markets. We can decide to serve Africa alone, and believe you me, we will succeed as a startup. So in those groups, we are now going to collaborate with each other and stand strong. I said something earlier, like for example, in that group, I know that okay, we have MVP guys that are looking out for, at least they're looking out for $1 million, $1,000 to get this product out. They don't have tech much of the tech founders in them, and they have outsourced the building part, and it's going to take probably $1,000 to do that. When I have it, I'm going to push it out to them. It forms an investment. Those guys are already, I'm already part of them. They're already part of me. When they succeed tomorrow, I succeed. When I succeed more tomorrow, they succeed. But all those can only happen in the unit cells, where discussions can be concrete. You understand? And when we now come to the big group, which is the main group, we discuss as a team. We discuss our success as a team and as a group. When we step out there, we are organized. When there are investors out there, we know the kind of investors that are coming into the channels. We know the kind of investors. In fact, by the time we set this up very well, we are not the ones to look for investors. They will start looking for us because they know we have something that they need. They need a system that cannot fail. In our group, let's say for example, we have 10 healthcare startups in the same group. And these 10 healthcare startups, they solve different needs and they feed into each other. They have the road one person follows. Come on, bro, follow this road, you'll get this part. There's this solution that I can't extend my hand into. Put it in your own so that we'll grow. When an investor sees those kind of synergy, believe you me, they want to sink in their money. They want to stay in a system that will not fail. And that is what they're looking for. So, but if we keep on fighting single battles, we'll end up saying the same thing over and over again, and it will stay for years before we could make any good impact. So thank you very much, guys. I don't want this to be too long. So this, I will still type it, I will still put this in the document and share below, but this is just a roundup of what it is. Thank you very much. See you guys. I am Brian, your own man.